Hey guys, what's going on? It is Dan Lags, and welcome back to episode number 26 of Constructing Los Angeles, Season 2. Guys, welcome back to the city table. We're back on the college campus, just getting started with this thing. We got one building put in, we got a big tree, we got a fountain, we got one road, we got some banners representing the University of Los Angeles, and we're just going to pick up right where we left off last episode. We just got to keep this momentum going. We are really doing some good work here on this area. So what I'm going to be doing today is jumping right back into it. I'm going to be I'm going to start working on this building here is going to be the plan for today's video. So let's go ahead and start. I'm going to go ahead and grab some blocks that I'm going to be using for this. So I'm hoping to try some different things. We're going to see how it turns out. Could be bad, could be amazing. I have no idea. So let's go ahead and start. Guys, welcome back, and thank you so much for tuning in to another episode. I really do appreciate it. And I got a question of the day to answer today. So we're gonna be rocking and rolling as usual. Back for another episode of Constructing Los Angeles, Part 26. By the way, guys, thank you so much for the support from last episode. I checked it for looking for questions of the day, and I noticed that the videos got over 500 likes. But get this, 0 dislikes. Not a single dislike on the video. It was like 550 to 0. Like, you guys are top tier. Like, how do people, how did I get lucky to have a fan base like you guys? 550 likes and no dislikes. Not a single one. No one even accidentally misclicked. There's some people out there, they might have slippery fingers or something. They might misclick, might actually click dislike instead of like, not even notice it. It's an honest mistake. That's fine. But not even a single person did that in this instance. And holy moly, that was amazing. So thank you guys for the support. I really appreciate it. But anyway, I'm starting off with this little sandstone layer. I don't know what it is, guys. We're gonna figure it out though. So we're just gonna get started here. I'm gonna place a couple of brick pillars here, but these aren't just regular bricks. These are some red nether bricks. Joseph has hooked us up with a very beautiful option for a secondary brick, which I'm a big fan of. They're a little bit of a difference from the regular bricks, and I think it's something that we're gonna alternate back and forth with throughout this build. So let's just see what we can do. You know what? I'm thinking that maybe bricks aren't the best option for this, so I'm going to go with some sandstone. But I am going to use some bricks in this build if I can. I might have to build a sandstone build. The thing I worry about with sandstone is that it'll end up looking too similar to the city hall, and that is not what I want. So today's video, we are working on a new classroom building, and we are going to call it something hall. No idea what the name is at this juncture, but we're gonna figure it out. And the other building, we don't have a name for that one either, so we're gonna have to name these things. No, maybe we can base it off of some stuff. I have no idea. We're gonna figure it out though. Alright, so I'm not sure how tall I want to make these pillars at this point, but I am hoping to place some sandstone stairs like so. And now I absolutely love these smooth sandstone stairs and regular stairs in this pack. Joe killed it as per usual, and it's fantastic. It really is. It's epic. I love it. Love the sandstone. It's just nice to have blocks that are actually usable in multiple facets. It's fantastic. It is. All right. So let's go ahead and let me grab some of this quartz here. And guys, I promise I'm going to answer today's question of the day within the first 10 minutes of the video. I was going to say 5 minutes, but that's a little bit pushing it because, I get into these rhythms. I just keep answering the questions late in the videos, and it's just not right. It really is just not right. I got to be answering these questions earlier in the video. That way, the lucky person that got their question asked and answered is going to be, they don't have to wait until all the way to the end to just hoping and praying that I'm not going to do that to you guys. I'm not going to save the question all the way for the end of the video. I'm not going to do that. So I'll answer it very soon. Alright, so now we have this put in. And now let's take a risk. I am going to do a wall of red nether brick. Now, I don't know if brick and sandstone is a good combo. I just don't. I don't even know the 215. Now I do. I don't even know if it's a good combo. We're just going to find out during this video, okay? So, the thing I want, I just want it to not look like the city hall. And I worry that if I use all sand or sandstone for this, that it might. Now, the sand for this pack is interesting. I didn't grab it. Hold on. We're going to take a look here. Whoops, I am messing up big time right now. My mouse is like glitched out or something. Here we go. This is the sand. It looks good. I'm really happy with the sand. So that could potentially be the block choice for this build. But one thing we have to keep in mind right now is that I want to have the levels be the same as the other buildings. So let's just say right here is going to be the floor level of this building. So the floor is going to be right here. So this is going to be the front entrance, as you guys can see. So we're going to have the front entrance here. And I'm also just going to fly over here real quick and grab some things. We're going to take some spruce planks. We're also going to grab some white wool, or just regular wool, I guess. Look at how hideous that looks at this point, but don't worry. We're going to add detail to it. All right, so let's get some spruce planks just put in real quick. So this is going to be the floor of the first level. And then now we have to designate the ceiling for the first level as well as the floor for the second level. We got to plan all these things out ahead of time. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks separation between ceiling and floor on the level 1. So we will do just that. Let's jump right into it. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is right here, 6, 7. This right here is our level 1 ceiling and our level 2 ceiling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and here is our level 2 ceiling. Okay, so now I can trim this a little bit. Probably just gonna take like a few blocks off of this. Don't need it to be this tall, so we'll just do a quick set 0 on this one. Trim it down just a tad, because after all, I am gonna have you know, the roof be a kind of a similar design. All right, so now that we have that put in, I'm gonna be adding some detail to this, I hope. I might do something like this. Let me grab this block real quick, grab that back, take this and run it across, and let's go ahead and place a couple of upside down stairs blocks right there, and let's just fill the rest of this in with some sandstone. And this quartz here, I think I'm gonna swap it out. Something about quartz and sandstone doesn't really compute for me, so we're gonna swap out the quartz for sandstone. And again, I still don't even know if these are the right blocks, but the beauty of World Edit, like I say all the time, I can use it to swap out the blocks later on in the video or in the build or whatever, if I decide to. It's World Edit. It's a powerful tool. You know, it destroyed the Alpine Mansion. Somebody wrote in the comments last video, World Edit helped me save the Alpine Mansion, but it effectively destroyed the Alpine Mansion. You can't take this stuff, you know, lightly. It is a devastating, potentially devastating mod if you're irresponsible with it like I was. All right, so that's okay. I can work with that for now, but I'll probably end up switching that. I'm not a huge fan, but I want to get some windows put in first before we do anything else, because windows really start to help the build take some shape. So I would like to do the window designs the same as the other side, where we did like 3 sets of windows, but I think I might actually do 4 sets and make them a little bit smaller. So I'm going to go 3 blocks in, and I'm going to actually just do 2x4 windows instead of, or 2x5 windows, I should say, instead of 3x5. I believe that's correct, and actually we had to lower this 1 block. So it's 1 block below the ceiling on each level. Fantastic. All right. And then we jumped several blocks in between those, but I'm going to actually go like 3 blocks away, I think. We'll do increments of 3. And we're gonna see how this is going to work. So that's going to go right up against the edge. So I think we're going to do, let's see, how many blocks is this right here? We got 3 blocks here, 3, 3, and then this is, I believe, 5. That's fine with me. That'll work. That'll work just fine. All right, let's open up these spots on the other side as well. All right, we got our windows on the first floor opened up. Let's do them on the second floor as well. Let's not waste any time. We're just going to get all these spots opened up right now, right here, right now, while we're doing it. And I am going to detail these windows right off the bat, because I want it to look pretty right off the start for you guys. You know, I'm sick of it. All these ugly builds, right? We got to make them look pretty right off the bat. So detailing the windows on the first episode of working on this thing is going to be a good way to reach that goal of making it look halfway decent, because I'm not about to leave you guys with something that's very incomplete looking. All right, so we have our window sets on both sides. Right now, not great, but we're going to detail the windows, and then we're going to see what we have. Keep in mind, I'm not going to add like a clock tower or bell tower on this one. Actually, in the middle of the build, I might, because damn, that turned out good, I have to say. I am a fan of that. So maybe we'll do that. But for now, that'll do. And I'm thinking maybe if I put a window in the middle of this as well, it would probably get like knocked off though. So I'll probably just pass, or maybe just put a small window. We'll see. But anyway, let's start to detail these. I don't think there's red nether brick stairs, so that's something that I'm gonna have to work around possibly. Let's see. I'm also gonna try to use some sandstone, I think. I don't know. Something tells me that the red nether bricks aren't going to work out just because they don't have slabs for them. So it makes it a little bit challenging to do this the way I want. But let's see if I just place some sandstone stairs opening up right here. And let me also grab some sandstone slabs as well. Okay. Let's just get rid of like this block for now. And we're going to place these right here. Okay. Okay. And let me grab some. I'm going to use some white windows for this one. Just mix it up a little bit. We've been using pretty much gray or black windows. Let's use a little bit of white windows. We'll do some variety in terms of the color. Alright, so while I'm doing this, guys, and just detailing this, I'm going to get to the question of the day because we're about 10 minutes into the video, so, you know, I want to keep my promise here. So, let's actually go ahead and get started on the question of the day right now. So today's question of the day is coming from Cole Peverall. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. And the question is, Dan, would you rather have the Jets win the Super Bowl or the Mets win the World Series? We got a sports question today talking about two of my favorite teams in the sporting world. I live a depressing life when it comes to sports. My teams are usually very bad. Luckily right now the Mets are pretty good, but the Jets on the other hand, straight garbage most of the time. The Jets, in fact, they've been like releasing all of their players recently, so they're just going through it right now. But the Mets are pretty good. But the question, let's get back to the question here because that's what needs to be answered. Would I rather have the Jets win the Super Bowl or the Mets win the World Series? And my answer to this is actually really easy. Jets win the Super Bowl. I love the Mets. Don't get me wrong. Like I love the Mets and the Jets equally, but there's just something about the Super Bowl that's just so much more iconic than the World Series. Like I know like baseball is also like a national pastime and stuff, but like just winning the Super Bowl is just so monumental, and ultimately I'm more of a football fan than I am a baseball fan at the end of the day, so that's why I would have the Jets win the World Series over a Mets Super Bowl. But let me just say both of those would be fantastic. In fact, the Mets went to the World Series 2 years ago and they unfortunately lost, which made me very sad. The Jets have never even been to the Super Bowl, so I can't even fathom what it would be like if the Jets won the Super Bowl. Like it's not even, I've never even dreamed about it. Like you know that saying in your dreams? Yeah, like if like let's say someone came up to me and be like, I hope the Jets win the Super Bowl one day, and then someone's like, yeah, in your dreams, Dan. Like I'd be like, nope, not even in my dreams. Like I've never even dreamed. Like that's how far off that is chance of happening. The Jets winning the Super Bowl is like it doesn't even happen in my dreams. I've never dreamt the Jets win the Super Bowl. So that's why I would want the Jets to win the Super Bowl, just because I would have no idea how I'd react. It would be an amazing moment, but it'll never happen, so I don't have to worry about it or even think about it. But thank you very much for the question. Just a little sports question thrown in there instead of a Minecraft question for today. I know a lot of you guys are sports fans, so I wanted to do a little sports question, even though it is a little bit selfish since it is pretty much just about my teams. But regardless, thank you so much for the question, Cole. I really appreciate that. And guys, you can throw your questions down in the comments below. The questions just keep on rolling in. Also, if you have a really great question that you wrote in the comments, and let's say I didn't answer it or I missed it or something, don't hesitate to write it again in the next video. Honestly, the more times you write, if you think you have a really great question, the more times you write it in the comments, in terms of like write it every video, not like write it like 50 times in like one video, and that's not what I mean by that. But the more times you write it, the better chance that I'll actually see it. And if you guys see a really good question that you would like me to answer, maybe even if it's not your own question, just give it an upvote in the comments, and I'll be more likely to see it if that actually is the case. So just trying to answer the best questions possible for these videos, and you guys have been just killing it recently, so We're gonna keep that momentum going. But again, thank you for the question, and let's get it back to the build. So I just kind of detailed the windows a little bit. Obviously, they don't have nearly as much detail as the previous builds. Right now, I'm experimenting a little bit because I would like to add some like indentations to this build, but since these red nether bricks don't have any stairs or slabs, I'm trying to use the regular bricks, and honestly, I think it looks kind of garbaggio, so we might not do that. So I'm not 100% sure what I'm gonna do for like some of the detailing of this, because I would like to add some like indents and things like that. So, for example, over here, maybe like, you know, some like stair indents and things along these lines, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do stuff like that, you know, with these bricks. So we'll see. But what I'm gonna do right now is start to detail this a little bit. I'm gonna do something like this. I'm gonna place some slabs kind of curving around each one of these top windows, just the second floor windows, and we'll go from there. So what I'm going to do, you know, just like most builds that I work on, I'm going to get the front of the building, you know, sorted out, and then I'll start to work on the floor plan, and I'll cater the floor plan to the windows. In fact, I don't even think I did that for the last build, and it worked out really good. So, you know, it's something I've done in the past, so I'm not super worried about it. All right, so let's go ahead and do every other block here. Is going to be some upside down stairs, and then we're going to come back through and do slabs. And then above that, I'm going to add some more detail to this. I'm just going to do as much as I can today to just detail this place and see how it's going to come together. After I put this in real quick, guys, I have an opinion that I need you guys to fill me in with. So this tree here, it's pretty colossal. I built it by hand. I don't know if it's really that good. Should I keep this tree or should I get rid of it? See, what I can do is I can copy and paste it and put like a bunch of them on this lawn, so that way like the tree size is kind of proportional to the building size, which is something that in Minecraft sometimes it's hard to do that in Minecraft. So do you think I should keep that tree, change it, you know, do a different type of custom tree, just experiment with other designs? Let me know, guys, because I'm a little stumped on that, to be honest. All right, so I'm gonna put some slabs above this. I feel like the design that I'm putting in here is good, but maybe the sandstone, I don't think the block choice is very good, so there's a very good chance that I'll switch out the blocks, but I'm gonna give it a chance and finish it first before I you know, completely write it off. I think that's probably the responsible thing to do in this instance. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna run another level of not wooden slabs. What are they calling these? Red nether brick. We're gonna run another set of those down. Should we have it go 2 blocks up here? Yeah. So what I'm doing right now is just adding some detail to this roofing, and then we're actually gonna start the roofing today. We're gonna wrap up the video with that. All right. And my mouse right now, I don't know what's going on with my mouse, but it's like sticky for some reason. On the bottom though, like not where my hand is, so it's like sticking to my mouse pad. I gotta clean it or something. I don't know what's going on. I can barely like move my mouse properly. All right, let's actually, I'm sorry, I'm gonna take this up another level here. Let's do it like that. Okay, and now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this design here and I'm gonna copy and paste it. I actually like this design quite a bit. I want to keep it. I want to keep it. Let's do a copy and a paste. Here we go. So just kind of like 2 layers of that. Might stick it out 1 block. I think that might look better. Let's try that. Let's do a /undo. And what did I just mess up? Undow. Oh god, now I'm really messing up. Jeez. I'm not a bad typer. It's just when I have my microphone in front of my keyboard, it's really hard to type, honestly. It's not easy. All right, let's do this now. There we go. Now it's 1 block in front. Or not. Why did that not work? What the hell, game? All right, we'll do it here then. Why is this not working, game? Tell me why. All right, there we go. So now it's 1 block ahead of it, and then I'm gonna fill in some sandstone behind it. Let's just do, whoa. Actually, we need smooth sandstone, which is 24.2. Okay. We already did that earlier in the video, so we're good. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, I like that a little bit better. That's good. All right, and then above this, we're just going to add more. We're just going to keep on adding more detail. The more detail, the better, I think. Let's add another set of sandstone. Maybe even make it 2 blocks tall. Just trying a whole bunch of things, guys. All right. That's not bad. It's not bad. I was thinking maybe I could get some other designs in here or something. Maybe put some slabs or something in here. We could try it. I was thinking some slabs here on these blocks. Just to add some architectural themes. Just so I don't have to say the word detail again. It's definitely yeah, I think the block choice needs to be switched because I do like this kind of. Okay. And then what I'm going to do next is take up like 2 more blocks of the red brick. And we're going to fill this in. 215. Let's go all the way back and grab it. And then we're going to finish this off with some more stairs, I think, wrapping around this. And then having run all the way down. And I think that'll be the cap to the roof. And then what we'll do is start to actually add like that part of the roof. So the cracked stone bricks and things like that will be the next step here in the process. Okay. So here's what we got. Definitely some detail there. Parts of it I like, parts of it I don't. It definitely needs some tweaking, but this is early on. We just started this build, so then we can change it. I mean, this build, I did like, it took me like 3 hours to do that one on stream, so, and there was lots of changes that were made, so it's fine. This is the cracked version. We need to get, or this is the monster egg version. We need to get the regular version. There we go. I really don't know why they have the monster egg version in the inventory. That doesn't really make sense to me. All right. So let's take this down to here. We're just going to do some... That is not what I want to do. 98.2 is the block choice for this. Let's get 98.2. All right. And let's take this across. We're going to take this up maybe like 7 blocks. Probably the same as the other side, I would say. All right, so there's the roof, 7 blocks up. So you might be wondering what's going on here on the sides of this build. My plan is to add like an extra part of the build, and I'm going to make a flat roof for that part. But then in the middle of this, maybe at like the very top, I would like to add some sort of tower design or something like that, some sort of cupola thing. I'm not sure exactly what yet, but definitely going to be thinking about something like that. And then along the sides of this, I want to take some sandstone up, kind of like what we did over there as well. So keeping relatively similar themes for this build. And, you know, it's coming along so far. Honestly, I don't think the block choice is that great for this one. I think this one definitely has a long way to go if it wants to compete with that one. I honestly think we kind of hit a home run here in our first at-bat. Making a baseball reference to earlier in the video. We hit a home run in our first at-bat, and we don't know. So far, you know, we're behind in the count here on this one. We gotta work the count, get back into it, and maybe we can actually make this into a decent build, because so far I think it looks okay. I think it has potential. I don't think the black choice is really where it needs to be, and I think it needs a little bit better detailing in certain spots. But honestly, you know, these buildings don't need to be like beautiful, right? They're classroom buildings. It doesn't have to be something sensational. It doesn't have to be, you know, the White House or anything like that. It, you know, just has to, you know, be functional and things like that. So honestly, this is a pretty good start. It really is. But I think I do need to modify this a little bit in certain ways. But anyway, guys, that's going to wrap up today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. It's been Danlags. Hopefully you did enjoy it. And if you did, feel free to leave a like rating on the video. That would be awesome. Leave your question of the days in the comments below. And I'll see you guys back in a few days for episode 27. Peace out, guys.